respond to that. As I have mentioned earlier,
Is
all
he,
these, yeah,
the Honorable Colada, is he,
Yeah.
he's asking
okay,
me,
the Honorable
Mr. Chair.
Bugayo,
So,
Attorney Bugayo. Bagayo,
Sag-
I'm sorry.
Sagayo,
I'm sorry.
Sagayo, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. All these issues, as I've said earlier, which are being discussed back and forth between ERC and the Honorable Congressman Dan Fernandez, are now the subject of cases which are pending with the Honorable Energy Regulatory Commission. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So I just would like to remind everyone, this was raised already, the last hearing, that Section 1 of our Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation, which was approved unanimously, the filing or pendency of a case before any court, tribunal, or quasi-judicial or administrative body shall not stop or abate any inquiry conducted to carry out a legislative purpose. Thank you very much. We now proceed.
So we are allowed based on Section 1.
Yes.
So that basically address the concerns raised by Congressman Rodriguez. Correct, yeah. Going back to, this is like a manifestation on my part. The point why I made no mention of Mardica Fund and Department of Finance was that when I tried to Google it, NGCP, January 2025, yung lumalabas, Mr. Chair, Maharlika Fund, NGCP. And rumor has it, or I don't know if it's rumor, but anyways, Attorney De Leon of SGP is here. She's in the best position to elaborate on that. The last quarter of 2024, I think, around August, thereabouts, Secretary Recto, the Code Secretary, came out with this pronouncement. I don't know if it's the official position of the Department of Finance, but being the chairman of Maharlika Fund, yung sinabi niya, Mr. Consing, Rafael Consing, you should take a good look at NGCP. Take a good look at NGCP. That is a good first investment opportunity for 4 reasons. And these 4 reasons are, number 1, security. What with the West Philippine Sea problem that we have right now. Number 2, profitability. It's a good business opportunity. Number 3, track record. And number 4, development-oriented, which basically is was in sync with the dynamics behind the creation of Maharlika Fund. That being said,
is the high cost of electricity attributable alone to NGCP?
Not alone, Mr. Chair.
Not alone. Thank you, because there are a lot of things and factors that must be considered. Is it correct to assume that there was an ERC resolution some time ago where you set the return on equity for distribution at 13.65%?
Mr. Chair, I do not recall that particular, because there's a different percentage governing the distribution utilities po.
Suppose I show to you that particular resolution before this day ends, na 13.65%. What will be the penalty that you should owe this committee? Meron po eh. Huwag po niyo sabihin hindi. You set, nasa resolution po ninyo eh. 13.65%.
I'm trying to recall, Mr. Chair, because If you can share the year, then
Namaya
maybe
po kasi
we can
kukunin ko
trace
po dun sa aking notebook, nandun
Apo.
eh. But I
Kasi
assure
po-
you, there is one.
Sige po.
The reason why I'm asking this, because yung 13.65% hindi natutupad because you are not even examining the financials of Meralco. Pag tinignan po nyo, yung return on equity is already more than 23%. Yun po yung pinagmumulan ang taas ng kuryente ngayon. Because we might be barking on a wrong tree. My friend Melvin Matibag, when you made this statement earlier, what office did you represent?
I said I'm the former president. I'm now one of the consumers, and
No,
I'm
but you
representing the Filipino.
made a statement earlier.
I was asked by the committee to make a statement regarding my experience as the previous president of the National Transmission Corporation,
So you were with Transco at the time.
2017 until 2022.
Yes, that's
In
why
fact,
you were able.
just to be honest, most of the documents being plus here
Kaya nga,
was
the reason why you were
provided by
able
the
to
chair.
make a statement because you were with Transco at the time.
That's correct,
Yes.
Mr. Chair.
And you said that you have not had the opportunity of inspecting the facilities NGCP. Did I hear you right?
That's correct, and it's even supported by a letter coming from NGC.
Never, not once.
When I was new, they invited me to view all the screens, but not the facilities. And in fact, as I was saying, there is a letter dated
Up
August
to what
28,
extent were you allowed to visit?
only in the monitor room.
The what?
The monitor room, the monitoring room, then they said how the electricity flow. I've never seen the equipment, the narrating and everything, just the screens.
NGCP, is that correct?
Mr. Chair, with all the respect to Mr. Matibag, he was allowed on the floor, the system operations floor in Quezon City, a place usually reserved only for dispatchers. Our guests are usually confined to a conference room beside it, but because Mr. Matibag and then Secretary Kusi were, of course, had a spot visit, we did allow them to come in without notice.
That's exactly what I'm saying with the monitors. Di ba yun? Sa Quezon City?
Mr. Matibag, that was for the system
that's what I'm
operations,
saying,
not
with the
just the monitor, sir. That's the control center. That's where everything happens. That's why that's a very high secure area that I myself cannot enter without going through the security protocols, even though I am an employee of NGCP.
Okay, Mr. Chair, may I continue? I think that was settled. Kanina po, sinabi ko na parang pinagtitripan natin ng NGCP sapagkat ang pinagmumulan po ng cost natin sa ating electric bill, kung pag-uusapan ng NGCP po, transmission, is only 3%. Parang ayaw po nilang maniwala. Mr. Chair, ako po, religiously po na kinocompute ko po, alam ko yun eh. Alam ko po 3%, yung nagsasabi po ng 10%, nagsisinungaling yun kasi hindi niya alam yung ancillary services. Alam ko po yun eh. 3% lang talaga. Madam ARC, may I continue with you, please? When you failed to provide regulatory reset for 2 regulatory periods, did it affect the operational cost of NGCP?
Mr. Chair. I don't think so, Mr. Chair, because they were still able to declare dividends during those periods.